Dupree woman. We don't turn our power over to anyone.
Tonight, we bury your influence over my family.
We can't just look like an ordinary family. We have to be extraordinary.
I have been very fortunate in life.
It must be wonderful to be you, with your perfect husband and your perfect marriage. I will be putting all of my effort into making Bill and Harry.
Last week on Beyond the Gates, Tomas got suspicious, Anita's hand was forced, Nicole and Kat had a Galentine's dinner, and Leslie spent Valentine's Day alone and disappointed. Let's talk about it. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day arrived in Fairmont Crest, and while our favorite couple Vernita didn't go all out, they still gave us romance in their own lane. Vernon showed up with saltwater taffy and roses, sticking to their tradition, and Anita returned the energy by serenading him in a genuinely sweet scene. Vanessa and Joey flirted with binds and blindfolds, and all I could think about was how he had eliminated his competition, her husband, by killing him. Romantic, if you liked your Valentine's Day, with a side of murder. Isaiah and Eva met at Orphe's. Leslie was there and immediately started critiquing what she believed was Isaiah's lack of thought, money, and flair. Eva said she wanted Orphe's, and Leslie left with an eye roll like she was allergic to anyone else's joy. Isaiah gave Eva a necklace. Ugly, yes, but it fit her aesthetic. Dear costume department, there were better options. Please, I beg. Ted and Shanice's plans fell through because he had booked their reservation for 2027. A real brain trust, that one. I won't getting on that soapbox today. Andre and Danny ended up joining them, and Danny was conflicted, but she liked Shanice. Then the night took a turn when Leslie walked into the uptown alone, and the Shanice and Danny basically tagged in to humble her. Marcel was working and couldn't meet up with her, leaving her all alone. But why would she have expected a married man to join her anyway? It was pathetic that at her big age, she was still chasing married men like it was a sport. And thank God for Kat and Nicole's Galentine's dinner. More of this, please. They both texted their significant others on the side. Well, Nicole texted her guys, and it gave grown woman energy, not plot-stalling misery. Meanwhile, Haley was disappointed. She had expected more romance and flair. Could we get this story over with already? I was bored, and Haley wasn't convincing. At least Lynette was. The walls were closing in. The walls started closing in on Haley's plan. Lynette got closer and started making demands. Tomas grew suspicious, and Bill enlisted Joey to help find her attacker. Randy tried to warn them, but Lynette attempted to brush him off until he hit her with a reality check. If he went down, they all went down. Cotillion woes. Later, Nicole and Samantha discussed Cotillion at the club. Samantha was more stressed about not having an escort than she was about anything else, which was fair, I guessed, in Fairmont Crest. Then Anastasia dropped by their table to do what she did best, be a nuisance and spread rumors. Nicole read her for filth, and I had to applaud. It was a not today Satan performance. Anita's hand was forced. Anita and Vernon met at the club for lunch, and Leslie showed up like a bad rash. She apparently had won a lunch with the Articulettes and started harassing Anita about when it would happen. When Anita said it would be a while, Leslie decided that meant right now and tried to make it happen on the spot. Anita and Vernon attempted to leave, but Anita nearly passed out. Later, phone calls started coming in because Anastasia had been spreading rumors that Anita had been drinking. So now, to protect her reputation, Anita has to go public with her diagnosis. And I hated that for her, because it was one thing to share your truth on your own terms, it was another to be shoved into it, because a bored woman needed gossip to feel alive. Deep cover. Jacob went deeper undercover this week, so deep he moved out. And while I was glad the story finally had movement, they also dropped a few anvils like, hey viewers, remember this detail later. So yeah, I hope Jacob survived. Closing thoughts. It was a bit of filler, and Sweeps has been pretty mild, but it was still a good week. Next week looks good too. They really missed the opportunity by not making Samantha and Tyrell twins. Also, having Danielle be her date? I can see the drama forming with her catching feelings and him being too old. Also, wasn't she said to be 15? So, how was she even participating with seniors? The undercover story was getting good. I am still waiting to see what happened, especially since they've been telling us about the danger more than showing it. But if they committed, this could finally turn into the kind of arc we had been asking for. The messy nature Val Jean craves is most vividly rendered through the intricate sexual dynamics and romantic entanglements that fuel the narrative. The show has quickly established that no relationship is safe, and desire is a currency as valuable as the real estate in Fairmont Crest. Val Jean has emphasized that her characters dictate their own paths. She merely listens to them. They tell me what they need and where they want to go, she told Soap Central. This character-driven approach has led to pairings that sizzle with tension and consequence. One of the most prominent examples is the fallout from the affair between Ted Richardson, Maurice Johnson, and Leslie Thomas, Tricia Mangrant. The revelation that Leslie's daughter, Eva, Amber Michele, is the product of that affair detonated during Ted's anniversary party, a moment Val Jean describes as diabolical. This sticky situation intertwines sex and family secrets, forcing Nicole Dupree Richardson, Daphnee Duplaix, to confront her husband's betrayal in the most public way imaginable. The showrunner noted that for maximum impact, you have to do it in front of the entire town. The complexity of these sexual politics extends to the younger generation, where the concept of situationships and betrayal run rampant. The tortured relationship between Kat, Colby Muhammad, and Tomas Jiber Horges exploded when Kat discovered Tomas in a towel at Eva's apartment, confirming her suspicions of a tryst. This love triangle is a classic soap staple, but Val Jean layers it with modern nuances about body counts and emotional validation. Eva's subsequent heartbreak, when Tomas dismisses their connection as a one-time thing, reveals the raw vulnerability beneath the scandal. Furthermore, Val Jean has made a conscious effort to modernize representation without making it a spectacle. The show features Martin Richardson, Brandon Claiborne, and his husband Bradley Smitty Smith, Mike Manning, as a front-burner couple. Val Jean confirmed there was no network pushback on depicting their intimacy. They're a couple like any other couple, she stated. They have ups and downs. They kiss. They hold hands. They fight. This normalization of gay love amidst the sexual chaos of Fairmont Crest is a quiet revolution in itself. Secrets are the engine oil that keeps the drama of Beyond the Gates running smoothly, and Val Jean has proven to be a master mechanic. The three-part, diabolical shocker involving Leslie, Ted, and Nicole is a prime example of how the past refuses to stay buried in Fairmont Crest. Leslie's decades-long secret wasn't just about a one-night stand. It involved coercive pressure to terminate a pregnancy and threats from Bill Hamilton, Time and Kyle Durrett, to keep her quiet. Val Jean's writing ensures that secrets have weight and longevity. They aren't just revealed for a quick shock but fundamentally alter the family tree. Tricia Mangrant, who plays the villainous Leslie, noted that these revelations force viewers to sit with the pain of betrayal, infidelity, and fractured motherhood. Even the stable,